Golden State papaya, also Golden State mushrooms. He is a local farmer. How long have you been farming?
Just 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been attending this farmer's market?
Probably close to 20 years.
20 years. Wow. As a shopper?
Just a shopper, yeah.
Nice.
I've been in the market for 6 years as a vendor.
What do you think a change, like losing this location and going to another location, will be like?
I'm sure it'll be rough, but I'm optimistic about it. I think we have such a good following, people will find us. But honestly, it's going to be rough, yeah.
Yeah, what makes this lot ideal for the farmer's market? What will be changed? How would the change negatively affect it?
I think we're really centralized in town. Everyone, it's been here for so long. The parking is good, the location is good, everyone's kind of has a good flow. And, it's definitely it's just going to be rough, I think, on the...
Yeah. Where is your farm?
I'm out in Goleta.
So you're a local farmer.
Yep, local.
Nice. Yeah, we haven't been able to invite any new farmers to this spot because we're afraid we're going to lose it. So you're actually one of the last of our new farmers to be accepted to the Saturday morning market.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's why there are so many gaps in the market.
Wondering why.
Well, beautiful product. How long have you been growing oyster mushrooms?
Only about a month now.
Awesome!
Yeah.
It's really changed your farm.
It has. It's brought in a lot more to it, a lot more work. They're a little more crazy, but got to do it.
All right, Damien. I think that's all we need. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Keep moving.
Was that all right? I didn't even know what to say.
You're good. You're golden.
Would you like to speak? Coming here for 20 years and love the market here, but if they do have to move it, have they considered the high school parking lot?
I think that the high school parking lot might be a little small.
Aren't they redoing it? Something over by
I am
all
not
that
sure.
construction?
There is
That's
a
what
lot
I
of
was
conjecture
wondering.
as to what a new location would be like and where it would be like, or how it would affect us. So we're just kind of going about what we need if we were to move.
Right. What would be big enough?
Yeah. How long have you been shopping at this market?
20, 30 years. Yeah. Old Tony Drive. And what about over there? Right across the street?
That's definitely too small.
That is.
Yeah.
So there are very few spaces that are actually big enough.
Yeah. Very few. And if it's
That's
long.
why I was thinking of the high school.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not sure how much shade
Stadium
either.
there, oh, probably no shade.
Yeah. Yeah, the shade definitely helps.
Just wondering.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure.
Appreciate the comment. All right, maybe we could talk to Boomer about the Saturday morning lot location change and how it would affect him and the farm he works for and his life in general. Boomer, would you talk to us a little bit? All right, we're gonna keep moving then. Okay. Well, as you can see, this is our beautiful Saturday morning lot for our farmers market. Justin wants to talk to us. Let's go bother him real quick. This is our main lane for the farmers market. Right down here is our info booth on the right. That's funny.
Hey!
Justin.
Whoa!
You're so
What's
busy.
going
About your
on?
kids. Would you guys want to talk about the farmers market? Well,
Yeah, Mike
we
is
might
there.
lose our location. They're gonna maybe post it on here. They're gonna move us someplace else. You've been coming to this market since you were a tiny little thing.
Since he was born.
What? How will that affect you if we have to move? I don't know. You'll have to find us,
Wait,
huh?
is that an orange or is that a microphone?
Smells like an orange.
It smells like an orange.
Justin, will you talk to us a little bit about your business?
I have owned restaurants here in Santa Barbara for 12 years and been shopping at the market the whole time. I think actually I was talking to Derek this morning when I was trying to park my car about how busy it's been here the last few weeks, and I think it's kind of an illustration of the importance of this site for the market because there's so much parking surrounding that's like a block away. I mean, last week it was like a nightmare and I still was able to get in and get my stuff because of all of the street parking and just the access with the 2 entries and 2 exits and yeah, I mean, I think it should stay here in my opinion, but my opinion parking doesn't really matter for much.
Well, and you've
but-
been bringing your kids here since they were little, and this is just like a safe spot that you know how to
Oh
access.
yeah, well I mean that's the other thing. I mean I didn't even think about that, but yeah, my kids know their way around here. I mean they're 7 and 4, and like I definitely feel comfortable just letting them roam because this is a confined environment with, like I said, only 2 entries and exits, and like everybody's in the same spot every week, and so it is a safe, like comforting environment for my kids, you know?
Yeah,
it
they
wasn't at
recognize.
first. I remember the first day that Mike took off on me, I was freaking out, but then I walked around and you know, you can get around the whole market so easy. You can just jam through the aisles and then you can see the whole market. It's way
That's true.
unique setup for sure.
Well, awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for talking to
Yeah.
us, Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll let you get back to work. That's Justin, one of our local chefs. He's been shopping here for a long time. We know his kids, we know his whole family, we know his business, he knows our farmers. As you can see, parking and the ability to move around this market really changes his life and his community, and we just want to keep those things as important and in priority as possible. Maybe we could interview our info booth guys for a second, talk about EBTs. She's a farmer and been running for a long time.
Anyway, you said no receipt? Oh, pardon? No receipt? Receipt.
Would you talk a little bit about your farm?
Sure. What do you want to know?
How long has your dad been farming?
Whenever Tom started farming, which is maybe about 40 years ago, maybe. Maybe 40 years.
And he's been coming to this market. Your dad's been coming to this market since we
about-
started, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
With Miguel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My
That's
Uncle Miguel
awesome.
used to, I think, work for Tom at one point, too.
And all your siblings have worked for the farmers market
Yes.
too?
My brother and my sister, we've all been farmers market kids.
And this location as well.
Yes.
Wow. So how do you feel about a possible change to this location?
Sad because it has a lot of memories, and this location, like I said, a lot of memories, and it's gonna mess with the farmers. It's gonna mess with their pay. They might not get customers again, like same customers anyway.
Yeah, the community will change. And you've been working with us at the info booth, doing the token thing. Can you talk a little bit about the EBT program?
Sure. Basically, we'll swipe your card, EBT card, and there's a program called Market Match, and basically we'll match you up to the first 10 out of your EBT card, and they're going to be 2 different ones. Do you want me to show them?
Sure, that'd be awesome.
Sweet.
So this is also part of the CalFresh program for people's families.
So they're gonna look like this. This one's your EBT card, and you can buy anything that's edible on this one. So milk, eggs, pistachio, meat, fruit and vegetables, no flowers, no plants. This one, you can only buy fresh fruit and vegetables. It might be upside down. And you can use this, you can do this program once per market, so you can come back next week or whenever you want to and get the market match again. You also can't get change back on this, so you do have to use the whole dollar, so you have to make it work out with your
farmer.
farmer.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, Kimmy.
You're welcome.
We'll let you get back to work now. So as you can see, that's our cool CalFresh EBT program. That's a great place to get access to your farmer with those tokens and give back directly to your local farmer. James, hey, would you like to? All right.
Well, I don't mind talking.
Yeah, can I interview you?
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to hold that thing or?
All right. No, it's like, it's like listening to everyone talk about the issues of coming to this market. My family as well.
Yeah.
I grew up here selling as a kid. I bring my kids now. And there's the ease of getting to this market as well. I think for a lot of farmers, because of its that it's so near the 101, and you just come and you're basically less than a minute off the freeway. You're actually parking, which is great for all kinds of time constraints, and as well the ease of leaving for the farmers after a long day's work. You can just get back on the freeway and go. And as a community, we have good friends that are our customers, and you care about them, and you imagine going somewhere else, and perhaps that sort of rhythm might get affected. And I imagine a lot of people would get affected by a change.
That possible change. And I think a lot of us have an emotional response to it, and that's why it's so stressful. And it's not that we don't deal with change all the time. It's that, whatever that change might be might not keep the things that we need in line.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, the size of the market, the trees. I'm sure someone in the council member has no idea of the feeling of bringing produce to market, and then it's getting hit by the sun and it's getting cooked, and by midday, nobody wants to buy the stuff that you've struggled to grow and need that income in which to continue as a farmer.
And to offer it in that fresh quality.
And so by this being covered by enormous trees everywhere is very helpful for a lot of farmers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, yeah, as we've gone through all these interviews and we've heard people have different ideas where it could go, but our response is always the same, which is that in nowhere in this town is there any way to get what we have here.
Yeah, and maybe it's also just about appreciating what we have and really developing what that is.
I think so. And as well, like as a seller, the feeling of when you meet people, they're maybe from another part of the U.S. or even further abroad, and the feeling that they go like, wow, this place is so amazing as a market and the location, and I think it really is a jewel for Santa Barbara as a cultural
experience and a resource.
Exactly. So I think there's so many things to consider, and that perhaps if it's somewhere else in town, people that are walking down State Street, you know, in the middle of State Street where we are now, or the lower part, is very convenient for lots of people that are just wandering around.
Yeah, street value.
Yeah.
Like street value.
Absolutely.